So, hello everybody for just joining us right now. This is game 3 of the DRTL between UED Academy versus Team 2, which is comprised of SGS players as well as other miscellaneous players. Miscellaneous meaning other players I do not recognize. But the same thing goes for UED Academy. They only got like 3 substitutes, and those are SGS fellow members. So, yeah, alright. Doesn't seem that it's lagging whatsoever for you, at least. Wait, I'm gonna put the highlight anyways. Alright, so now that that's done, yeah. So it seems it's gonna run perfectly fine. So a little bit about the players. For the Protoss Pocus Glow, he is a new UED Academy member from Poland. I believe he's mid D, D plus, somewhere around that range. As for Hewley, I have no idea whatsoever, so he's like pretty new to me, so I'll just have to see how it plays out. As for the map, it is... Wow, I cannot believe I forgot the map and I was paying attention too much to the intro. Anyways, it's yeah, it's an Ash. I'm trying to remember the name of the map though. Well, I guess it's not really relevant since a lot of people I've seen like Pro League, so they pretty much recognize the map, regardless of me remembering it or not. It's one of the things that I like about this map, as well, anyways, is that you have such a huge building area for your main. Like, if you actually check fits by revealing that entire map, you have a huge amount of space for building like whatever. You can put like 50 hatcheries in your main and still have enough room for other stuff. Same thing for factories and gateways, which for very, very long as macro games, at least in the pro scene and then high level games. But I haven't seen too much of it in like the lower level games. So, all right, I guess that's about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, the only one thing, well, just two things I want to add to that. I think the map is actually called Ash World. Of just quickly looking at it, I think the map is actually called Ash World, but I could be wrong. The other thing I just want to say is that your main is actually on the high ground, and your natural and your third is on the low ground. That's the only thing I want to say. And then the only other thing I'd say is that I know I've seen a couple of replays where a lot of like Terran players, sometimes they don't have enough room to put on like if they need to like quickly build their tank numbers really, really high again. Sometimes they just don't have the room to put the whatever the add-on is called, machine shop. That's what it's called, machine shop, to the factories, and then they really can only build out like 2 or 3 because they kind of ran out of room in their main. I just know that's been a problem. I've seen a couple matches on Fighting Spirit like that before. And it will be a TVP. That's the only really other thing I can really say about this map, or this particular game.
Alright, so it seems turns actually delayed a little bit. The normal timing for a factory to go down is actually 16 population, so it was delayed a little bit with a little bit of 1, 2, 3 idle SCVs, and didn't take off all the... actually, that's proper, never mind. So, yeah, it seems everything's normal. We'll turn across.
Yeah, Protoss is going to be going just Ranger Goons. Probably not going to be really looking to do much damage, but it can actually do a lot of damage to a Terran if they're not really well prepared for this. But as long as the Terran can get up like a bunker or something. Oddly enough, though, it is cross spawn, and he didn't actually go for more of a fast expand, which I've seen before, where you go 1 Rex expand, and then you just put a bunker, and then you keep on repairing that bunker till you get siege tech, and then you pretty much hold off the attack. But he's actually looking for his own fast expand with some early Dragoon play, but there actually isn't a bunker, so I don't know really how this would actually play out. And he doesn't actually have like a Marine out right now either, I don't think, far enough. But he is actually fast expanding, it looks like, 1 Rex expand. No, we can do factory expand. But the Dragoon's just gonna be chilling in the... Oh, no. Second. He doesn't want to chill in the natural anymore. Oh, no, he actually does have a couple Marines. But it is a good enough wall off for us so that the Dragoon can't run into the main and doing its own little thing. And it's actually might be able to snipe off. Nope, doesn't look like it.
Oh, what are the chances that a goon could actually make a low ground to an SCB building a control center? Anyways, Terran, I guess I question it a little bit because I see this not really utilized by a lot of players. You see how the people's actually being harassed right now? He could have actually delayed that if he just lifted the not the factory, the barracks, and then put the 4 Marines on top of the ramp with the barracks on top, and the siege tank right behind them. It delays the Protoss from doing any sort of damage like this or delay. So,
Yeah.
Terran's gonna actually have to use repair in order to, well, minerals, I mean, to get through. What the heck? The tank could actually go through.
Yeah, the tank can
Wow,
go through, but apparently a Dragoon can't go in. What is this? I believe they classify as the same like unit amount, but it looks like he'll be doing the same thing. I would have personally rather go for like the command center on the natural, and then just put a bunker down. That's my personal preference, but as you get the base mining a lot quicker. He has 5 probes queued up in his natural. That's a lot of probes. Could actually be using those minerals for maybe something a little bit different, but it looks like he might be tech switching into more Reaver Harass. Something might be upcoming. But he is going Robotech right about now, so we'll see what he can transition out to. And yeah, he'll just be going that standard barracks down, and then bunker, and then he should probably have a siege tank on the high ground or on the low ground, depending on what he wants, but it looks like he's going to be finding a position on the high ground. Nope, no, it looks like he's decided to come down. And yeah, nothing really too wacky. No cheese, sadly. I wanted something super intense game, which, oh, look at that probe, look at that probe, oh, what's he going to do? Oh, he's dancing. Oh no, he's not dancing anymore. So sad.
You mean tank?
No, there was a probe in the Protoss's main, or what's the guy's name? Pocah's Glow. He was like jittering out there for a second. I thought it was really cool.
Oh, because during that time, tank was actually attacking 3 dragons, but then got sniped up, getting a little bit too eager.
Oh, did you lose the tank?
Yeah, there was a tank doing that. I guess at the exact same time as probe, but Focus is actually a little bit afraid of a possible time attack, as that's what I'm guessing his cannons are up for instead of a 3rd expansion by now. Doesn't seem that that's going to be really the case yet, because barely the 2nd factory is being added right now, and an academy following shortly after. A little bit of a fun fact for those of you that didn't really know. Right next to the barracks, next to the ramp, that little weird T area, you could actually drop a unit right there, or I think you could move like a Marine or a Vulture right there and attack from that area, and it's very difficult for any opponent's units to attack back. Just a little fun fact. I'm actually concerned as to why Terran doesn't have his gas yet, but I guess he's just going to wait for a little bit later. For, well, I'll set timing, but I don't know. I do not know.
Protoss will actually take a 3rd, though, which is pretty interesting. And getting a +1 attack. But he's actually not even going to go Reaver Drop, which probably could do a decent amount of harass if he was to go into that, as he is going to be F3 base, and he is actually somewhat, I mean, he's somewhat containing the Terran right now, and he's not really going to be able to push out really moderately soon, I don't think, until he gets those tank numbers up pretty high, and the mine count up pretty high also, which he could take this time to actually try to harass the Terran more or less, but I do not see a robo support bay coming down anywhere, I don't think, unless that is... Nope, just another gateway. Nothing too special. And there go the mines.
Alright, give me a second.
Look at that.
Alright, there we go. Did the replay like stop lagging for now? Or is it still lagging?
Yeah, it's meh. It's fine.
Man, this is good enough. Anyways, what a line over here. Not even letting the Terran actually push out like if it's a newborn baby. A lot of mines, but that could actually go against Terran's favor since, well, any mine drag could just kill any number of those vultures and then Terran's just going to be left, well, defending cancel this. Seems Glow's in control of this game, except for the fact that he hasn't transferred yet. Adding his 4th gateway, putting a cannon in his main just to be sure of a possible defense. And doesn't seem Terran's going to do anything as of yet, just slowly but surely pushing out. And almost done with his 3rd command center. He's going to float it to the close 3rd, which he has a eBay over to keep a watchful eye on, but
The Protoss is actually going to be tech switching to Storm and Reaver support shortly, as he is getting a Robo support bait and Templar Archive coming out.
Yeah. Wait, what? I can't believe it. Actually, 3 Vultures just inching a little bit forward, scared all those Dragoons to move out. I guess he's trying to unite it. But anyways, just a little bit of something.
The Observer actually does get away from that turret, by the way, if you didn't know.
Oh, that's what the heck? I thought that thing was dead. He was being shot by like 20 missiles. How the hell did it survive?
It had 1 HP left. Which is kind of funny. No. Yeah. He's checking for a 3rd, but I'm not sure if he knows that the Protoss actually did expand to the north instead of to the right. And he probably will lose a good amount, or all those. No, one gets away with 14 HP. Only another 2 shots, but he does scan, and he will know that one base, and he actually will be sending a Vulture over there. Most like no, never mind. He won't be sending it. He could have done some harass going there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he sent out a couple Vultures to do some more damage. Yeah.
I'm actually fearful for Pocas Glow. Okay, I'm gonna just call him PG just because I'm messing up orders. Yeah. His 3rd is very, very vulnerable since there is no pylon set or cannons whatsoever, so a Vulture run by right there could be so devastating. While at the same time, Terran hasn't completely set up a siege line to the 3rd base, or even floated out his command center, so both players are actually showing vulnerable parts of what their defenses. But Protoss is in a much more favorable position considering he has 12+1 and has a lot more income set for mass gateways in production than Terran does.
Yeah, Terran has 5th factory coming up right about now, and will be going off to his 3rd. But no Arbiter tech yet. But the Stargate is coming up, so you'll probably be seeing an Arbiter tech coming up fairly shortly, and he's going to be off of 6 gateway, 7 gateway now. Very, very shortly. You're not using the gas on the 3rd quite yet, but you might want to start mining on that just to get that Arbiter out that much quicker. Which can never hurt to have a 3rd base gas, and Storm is on its way. Going a very, very heavy gas, very, very heavy gas play right now. Where he'll be getting Orbital, and then he'll have to get Stasis Field, and then he's also getting, he has to pump out High Templar for Storm. So pretty interesting stuff out of the Protoss player. Yeah. But really not using... looks like... I feel like the Terran player will just slowly move across the map with mass Spider-Mine turrets and supply depots, I feel like. Just a never ongoing push out of the main to the other side of the map. That looks like what it looks like.
Well, that would be... Well, Protoss didn't have so much banked income and could just go through a round of Zealots and then just break through, but it's going to be up to the Terran's defense, and if you could actually salvage these Vultures to the back side of the mines, and thus help the tanks in their defenses. Seems that he's too thin, by the way, on tanks. Yeah, but he is macroing fairly well. It's just... Alright, here comes an engagement, and... the Observer's going to be... Alright, now coming in with the Zealots, that's what he actually wants to do. He's going to do a Mind Drag Race. Kill... Well, actually lose majority of his units without even killing anything. So it seems that it's actually going to be... Nah, it's not even going to be close one, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, never mind. Tanks at the back. So it's actually going to be enough because the observer was sniped and majority of the zealots, which is what he needs in order to break through, have been killed. But then again, the mines are actually working against the Terran, so...
Yeah, ooh, that did a lot of damage. And nom 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 tank. I mean, he did just lose this entire army. Maybe not been entirely cost effective, but for the fact that he will be off. He does have a lot of big minerals. But he did actually do a counterattack on the 3rd, so I don't know if that was really worth it to really kill off all of that. He did lower the tank numbers sufficiently, which might have been just worth it altogether, because that's just that. Oof, I mean, what was that, like at least 6 tanks that just got killed? And he only has 2 factories that can produce out of them, which I still don't really quite understand why they don't just put all machine shops on every single factory.
Oh, let me explain that, since, well, you're not a very competitive Brood War player. Alright, so the reason behind that is that in order to salvage enough, well, gas for upgrades, for dropship, for pretty much anything else that you want to get, especially like science vessel, by the time Protoss gets his science vessel, which is around the 15-minute mark usually, it's equivalent to how many gas mining bases you have. So if you have like 3 refineries and you get 3 machine shops, which is puzzling because Terran's only got 1 SCV mining on gas on the refinery on the 3rd, but yeah, that's so that way, since Vultures build so freaking fast in comparison to tanks, you just want to get, well, enough that you're actually able to sustain it. If not, then you're just losing way too much gas and not even, well, producing the units that you need. If you're doing it by like all of the machine shops, because yeah, unless you're like rich like crazy on gas, well, playing for a long ass time. But yeah, it seems Protoss is gonna be gas starved at least, and got the, well, nah, it seems that Terran has way more vultures than Protoss has zealots, so I don't see that actually working. He tries to go for an attempted breakthrough, but he needs a 4th base ASAP, because Terran off 3 base can reproduce a maxed army, I believe, 2 to 3 times.
Yeah.
And
and I just saw a super epic, awesome transfer of probes, because that's cool. And he's actually putting down a pylon wall to stop any vulture grass, finally. Should be pretty gosh darn epic. And he also has, Protoss player has 1 upgrades, which, no shield upgrades, just, not yet, not quite yet, but. And that Arbiter is on its way out, and I believe he's going to be researching Stasis Field sometime, or if he already has it done. I don't quite know yet. But I'm going to guess he's going to get it sometime. Unless he's going to mass recall on the main, which would be pretty awesome, because I'd love to see that. But, you know, that's another thing. There's a whole other tactic that Protoss can use. But Protoss does have a pretty large army. It's not quite maxed out yet. Another 60 supply. I'm not sure if he's going to wait until he's maxed out. But Terran actually is ahead in supply, oddly enough, after that engagement of whittling down that entire army. So I don't really know how effective really going to be engaging this is, as Terran is looking pretty strong right now with the Vulture count. But it is very, very high, and Dragoons, you know, they're kind of good against Vultures. I mean, Vultures kind of only do 5 damage. Is it 5 or 10 damage per shot versus Dragoon? And Dragoons have 180 HP, so I don't really know. But these were all for mines, Spider Mines again, so you know, a lot of that supply is actually just going towards those mass Vulture numbers, not mainly tanks or Goliath, really, but. We'll see how it actually plays out. But the Vultures will also be there to soak up some damage while the Sea Chicks are like, you know, we're going to shock cannon everything. No more. And kill everything and destroy everything. So much fun. We have a drop. We have a drop coming in with 2 Sea Chicks onto the 3rd. Is this going to commence? But he's already moving them out. Wow, look at that. Oh, no, that's just... No, wait. Oh, he's just doing a regular transfer. Oh, wait. I don't know what's going on. But the drop didn't go off. Oh, but he's pushing all the way back. This could be disaster. Oh, and he's going to the natural. Oh, no. Oh, look on the high ground. That is a jerk move right there. Not gonna, it's just gonna like siege up there. I'm gonna be like, yo, dude, I'm just gonna chill up here, and I'm gonna be able to siege. And bye, mineral line. Mwahaha. Oh man. Oh man. This could be pretty disastrous. I don't know. Oh, he's gonna be taking a fourth. Those were. Oh. What's going on? Oh. Arbiter's just like, what? Oh. Arbiter that does 10 damage can fire at the dropship that did 9 damage. Will he be able to get a stasis field off? Or is he just going to attack it with this 10 damage auto attack that does 8 damage or 9 damage per shot? He's actually going to be losing a couple pylons. He's actually supply locked right now. And, you know, that did a... I definitely say that drop was very cost effective. Very, very cost effective.
Seems Protoss is gonna have a little bit of a problem dealing with that if he doesn't actually produce a dropship and then drop some zealots right there, which is normally the normal thing to do. But at the same time, Terran hasn't even initiated moving out. Alright, he's unsieging now, so I'm guessing he's gonna try to move out. But it's all gonna depend on his tank placement as well as if he's mining the map as he's progressing, because a lot of Terran players don't do that. So even if they don't win the engagement, the mines will clean up whatever's left, and also give the map presence. A whole bunch of units at the third pylon wall, like dancing, like freaking. Oh, it's hecka weird.
Pushing out. He's pushing out, man.
Yeah, pushing out.
With
Protoss is gonna have
2-0 upgrades too. Which I
okay,
think that's an 80 damage per shot cannon shot out of that tank, so that's a lot of damage. Yeah. If he could get a baller stasis field off, that'd be pretty epic. Especially on that center. Oh man, if he could just get a money stasis field, but he has to be careful of EMP though. That could come. Will he get an EMP off? Oh, he just misses the EMP. He'll get the baller stasis field off, I hope. Why aren't you using... No, he's going... No, he didn't. He did recall, but still just as effective. I guess maybe, well, I mean, Stasis Field probably would have been a little more effective there. But does he even have Stasis Field upgraded? No, I don't think he does, actually. But he actually was able to clean up that entire army. Very very good for the Protoss player. Oh, and it's going to be sending down more reinforcements. A couple tanks are remaining. And Goliath is just going to be like, yo, dude, I'm going to try to be baller and just going to... Oh, and I'll blow up. Ugh. Both armies pretty much trading in that scenario. But, you know, it all depends on if the Terran player can really rebuild that entire mech army, because mech does take a while to rebuild, as he can only build 2 tanks per factory. Or do the amount of factories he does have. But the one thing I wouldn't mind seeing him do is, even if he's off of 3 base, he's still, if we go by the road that Varial told us, he could actually put down another machine shop, and in this scenario where he has so much gas, it probably wouldn't be the worst thing to top left corner, doing some damage to those pylons. Oh no! You can just say Varial for all you can. It really doesn't matter. Oh, what's going on?
If I'm talking during the time that you're talking, your voice like easily drowns me out.
Oh.
The reason why top corner is because he actually could have attacked the Nexus and dealt a lot more damage instead of attacking the pylons, but
I don't know, man. Those pylons are pretty baller. They're pretty rigged as it is. 600 HP on those things. Those can soak up a lot of damage. But a Nexus has, you know, like 1500, so it's all good. It's all good. Oh, and he's gonna be able to clean it up. Oh no! Oh god, that was terrible. Hard to say. But like I was saying earlier, he could put down more machine shops, maybe build some more tanks. Or he could just be a baller and just do some other weird strat that would just automatically win him the game. But I don't think that really exists right now. If you found some new game-changing metagame, that would be pretty epic, though. Wouldn't you agree, Varial?
Yeah, but sadly, Brood War's already pretty much stalled as it is. Well, a little bit of variation tricks here and there, but that's just from the top level players. Clearly, as you guys can see, these guys aren't the very high level players, but they are actually presentably nice in terms of like game sense and whatnot for their gameplay so far. Just a little bit of mistakes here and there, but that's just from the general view. I mean, playing in this game, like as early as it is for some of the players in the time zones, is at I forgot what time, but it's GMT. I forgot what that's supposed to stand for. I memorized it before, but yeah. So,
So it's playing late at night, so it's probably... What was that?
It's also adding into the fact that you're going to be representing your team for the league, and you want to do good, but so you're playing versus an unknown player, relatively.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, let's hope the Terran player... My money is on either player right now. My bias would be a little towards Terran, but you know, I will give my commendations to the Protoss player for being able to clean up that big mech army. But he actually has pretty much rebuilt that whole army. His siege line is very well spread out right about now. There won't be any baller stasis fields this time. But as a mistake, as he did have his whole siege line pretty much all clumped up in a ball. But he will actually have a science vessel. Hopefully he'll be able to get off that EMP again, so he won't be able to deal with those recalls back on the whole main army. He will be taking his, or he will have a fourth up, which I've totally failed to recognize the fact. And something is going on here, just kind of picking off a couple Marine and about vultures, and but he just reclumped up all. Oh, and that storm's gonna do a lot of damage. Oh man, softening that army quite up a bit. And getting a fair amount of tank kills with that storm. He has to be careful not to lose those high Templar though, because they are very expensive. Oh, getting a good storm, or good storm at the beginning at least. Oh, badoo. Oh, science vessel. You almost have enough for EMP. But these guys are all out of energy now, so it doesn't really matter. And Protoss is actually... Protoss is yet to re-expand, as his main is mined out. And his natural is almost mined out. But he's still not getting double upgrades. He's not getting 3/3 right now. Terran is actually going to be getting... Where is his upgrades? Where is this guy? He actually will have getting +1 armor up. Not +3. But we'll be trying to do a vulture run by... putting up... Wow, that's a lot of spider mines right there. Oh, and the whole army is coming to the northwest. And will they be able to? He may actually run into this spider mine wall, but these are boss pylons, and they do take a long time to kill. But this is +2 vultures, so they will do a little bit more damage. But he has to be careful of those high Templar. No! That might have just been well worth it just to kill off those high Templar. Because of what I understand about, they both had like 100, or they all had, totally had like around 300, energy, which would have been like 4 storms, maybe, potentially 3, maybe, probably 3, more likely, but maybe 4, maybe 6, depending if they waited a little longer. But Vulture's doing a lot of damage, and I don't think they'll be able to pick up the Nexus, but it seems like deja vu of what happened at the beginning of the match and make blah 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 blah. I'm gonna nom 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 vulture. Nom 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 nom.
What the heck do you think of when you see a vulture? Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much PG's fault for, well, not even putting the cannons a little bit behind the pylons, so that way he could just deny any type of harassment. And it seems like he's not even trying to get a lower expansion, which is what he needs right now. So he's on the back foot, but unless he does like a really good recall and catches Terran out of position while still doing some harassment at the fourth, I don't see for us like. And he's mining. What the heck? Why are the probes transferring to the bottom?
Long distance mining, I love it. The revolutionary strat. Get 150 probes and just start long distance mining across the map. The thing I am a little worried for the Protoss is that Terran players doing that slow tank push where they just start getting that center map control. The Protoss player can't really able to defend their expands, and then they're pretty much they only have their main army, and it really all comes down to that final engagement. We'll see if the Terran player is really going to just do that slow ongoing push, as he will only be on off 2 mining bases right now, and the third is almost actually completely mined out. And not actually using on the gas on the 4th quite yet, but he can expand to that 12 o'clock position up there probably pretty safely, I'd bet, if he just puts a couple tanks there. But of the positioning of the tanks, he probably wants to take it in the bottom right. But as Protoss is actually going to be building there, going to be getting a couple things off. But there's a big engagement probably going to happen in the center of the map. I don't know. It will depend on the spread of the siege tanks. I'm not sure if he'll be able to get a baller stasis field or recall on. I don't know. They're just starting to siege up. There's a lot of stuff happening on the screen. A lot of explosions. What is? Oh no! The orbital will get picked off. No! Didn't get picked off. He had 33 HP. It's all good. Oh! Blue blood everywhere. Oh! That's not good for the Protoss player.
Yeah, I think the Protoss was like, well, too heavy on the goon count. That's why you actually need a whole bunch of zealots in order to stabilize that, and they needed to get in first.
Yeah.
Terran got too much of a good job on the side. While he did lose all of his vultures, which doesn't really mean that much since they produce so quickly. Yeah, Protoss is going to have to delay until his reinforcements come in. He hasn't even taken an expand at... Alright, now he's going to take an expansion, but still too late. 126 supply versus 162, and I don't really see that much going for the Protoss as now.
Yeah, I find like late game Protoss has a lot of trouble, because the fact there's massive tanks in the center of the map, and it looks like he's just going to be continuing to go for that more center map control. And if he pushes up to more of the naturals, he won't really be able to defend his further off expands, where that's really where he's getting all of his income right now. And the Terran player has pretty much gotten where the where the Protoss actually did have a upgrade lead, but he's finally getting +3 attack, but might be a little too late. But I'm still waiting for a baller stasis field. I hope that I believe that the Protoss player can win this if he gets a baller stasis field off. Just cause. But he's getting a fair amount of gas coming up, which means he could get off a fair amount of High Templar. But like you were saying, you're going to need lots of zealots to combat the fact of the massive amount of tanks. I'm still surprised he hasn't utilized stasis field quite yet. I'm not sure if he's ever just failed just not to get it, because there have been times where he could have just completely just gotten a whole bunch of clumped up siege tanks, which could have done damage. He is starting to go for the zealot count, but might be too late at this point, because there's a lot of stuff there, like a lot of mech. You can just look at it. It goes all the way back to the 4th, like there's just non-stop stuff. What do you do against this? You GG. At this point in time.
Not entirely. It could just be annoying and then actually force a base trade scenario.
Yeah, that's true.
For instance, Protoss on a recon to the main actually. Well, I don't even know if you researched it, but yeah. And this is not a good idea. So that way you could whittle down the Terran army, and then as it's progressing towards your main base, since he's still trying to mine down at the bottom base, we just delay the Terran as long as he can. But that doesn't seem to be the scenario here, as Protoss is just retreating while Terran's just attacking whatever he can.
Yeah. I'm still surprised Terran hasn't expanded quite yet, but I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point, because there's lots of mech in play, and you just can't run into a siege line that shells out shock cannons that do 80+ damage. Mwahaha. What do you do against it? Mwahaha. The only thing I could see he could really do is probably just try to... he probably doesn't know this, but all the units are pretty much being rallied down, so if he was able to, come out of his natural... But here it is again, where he's just... If the Terran really wants to just starve out the Protoss player, he can just go look for expands, and what the Protoss player can't really do anything except to force engages. Does get a baller stasis field off, at least. Does break the contain somewhat. This has 200. Will they do a recall? It looks like a little recall. No, not a another baller stasis field, but it only gets 3 of them. Look at the zealots. He's gonna be able to break this. Oh no, look at the carnage of the mech and exploding and it's terrible. Oh god. Look at those ballers zealots. That guy has 1 kill, 0 kills, 1 kill. I mean, look at that high Templar. That's just cloaked, just smexy. But he will try to help his brother in this tank brother. But these 3 siege tanks will just be like, you know what? I'm going to try to help. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh no, god. Oh no. Oh god. Bleh. I'm sorry, siege tank brother, but I'm just like dead. I'm like, no, no, Ricky just died. Oh no, Tom, no, he just oh god, I'm dead. Oh. Why did this happen to me?
Dude, that's...
What?
Alright, anyways, I'm actually surprised Protoss is actually pulling this back by just 2 stasis.
Alright,
I'll be right back.
Oh god. What's going on? Oh, he's losing his stuff. Will he get another money stasis field off? He could, potentially. Right there, he could probably... we only get 1 off, actually. There's still 1 less thing to deal with. Will he engage this? He gets another baller stasis field off. He actually might be able to push this back somehow. Oh, whoa. This game is ridiculous. Is he still... He's still not really producing... there we go. He's still producing. He still probably should be getting more things. Tauren will be expanding in the bottom right hand, just right next to the Protoss player. But I'm assuming you will have none of that eventually. But, the Protoss player is pretty much starved out at this point. He has to be careful, though. He doesn't want to lose his entire army. He does have a well-sized force back at home. But he should probably bring these out to help protect the Arbiters, as they are very expensive units. And he does not want to lose them, especially when this guy has, I think, 200 energy, I think. No. But enough to get, I believe, a stasis field, which is 75 energy. But Tauren's going to try to rebuild his army. But it really all comes down to this. Don't lag, apparently, Pokehead's Glow just said. And let's hope that there's no lag. He will be pushing up again. There is a lack of detection out for him. He does need a scan to try to combat the fact of these things. But he will have a science missile out. He does get a really good EMP off, which will not allow him to do it 2 stasis field, only 1. And also turning the shields on that guy. I'm surprised he's not actually opting to go for more of a Goliath heavy army where he just tried to pick off the Arbiters, but he actually might be able to break through this, and I don't know if the Tauren will really have anything. I mean, all he really has is a couple of siege tanks and vultures at this point. Wow. Protoss player, wow, and there's a GG from the Tauren player! Oh wow, I got really excited toward the end. Maybe a little too off track. But, good game by Hewley and Poke Glove. And that was an epic game, guys. Not gonna lie. So have tons of fun. Good game. But what can I say? Good game. Just good game overall. Entertaining. Entertaining towards the end, which was lots of fun. I got really excited for it. Epic stuff. So I'm going to go, guys, before my mind just blows a Brood War awesomeness. Alright, talk to you guys later. Peace.